What's up, everybody? You're not funny, Andrew. Why? Can you just do it so we're not going to get the project?
We'll be talking about the death of Elisa Lam. Elisa Lam's body was found on February 19th, 2013 in a cistern atop the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles, California. Elisa was a Chinese-Canadian tourist visiting Los Angeles and had bipolar disorder and depression. Lam was initially assigned a shared room on the hotel's 5th floor. However, her roommates complained about what the hotel's lawyer would later describe as certain odd behavior, and Lam was moved to a room of her own after 2 days. According to Amy Price, the manager of the Cecil Hotel and Stay on Main at the time of Lam's disappearance, Lam was leaving notes for her roommates that said "go home" and "go away" and would lock the door to the room and require a password for entry.
Investigators ruled her death as an accident. During the search for Lam, guests at the hotels began complaining about low water pressure. Some later claimed that their water was colored black and had an unusual taste. On the morning of February 19th, a hotel maintenance worker found Lam's body in one of the 4 1,000-gallon tanks located on the roof. This tank provided water to guest rooms, a kitchen, and a coffee shop. On February 21st, the Los Angeles Coroner's Office issued a finding of accidental drowning, with bipolar disorder as a significant factor. The full coroner's report, released in June, stated that Lam's body had been found naked. Clothing similar to what she was wearing in surveillance video of her last moments alive was floating in the water, coated with a sand-like particulate. Her watch and room key were also found with her. Lam's body was moderately decomposed and bloated. It was mostly greenish, with some marbling evident on the abdomen and skin separation. There was no evidence of physical trauma, sexual assault, or suicide. Doors and stairs that access the hotel's roof are locked, with only staff having the passcodes and keys. Any attempt to force them would supposedly have triggered an alarm.
Interestingly, the Cecil Hotel, located in downtown LA, has a reputation for death. More than a dozen murders and suicides have taken place in and around the Cecil Hotel since its opening in 1927. In 2019, Marmel Radziner, a Los Angeles-based architecture firm, announced its plans for the Cecil Hotel's renovation, which will include 299 hotel rooms and 264 affordable units. The roof, the place where Lam's body was found, is intended to be converted into an amenity space for hotel guests. As of 2021, the hotel remains closed for ongoing renovations. Work on the hotel is scheduled for completion in October 2021, but the hotel still remains closed as present.
Surveillance video of Elisa in one of the hotel's elevators was released by the police. Video shows her almost hiding and peeking out of the elevator multiple times. She presses a bunch of buttons, and overall her behavior is unusual. She eventually leaves the elevator and stands next to the open door until she is no longer visible and the elevator doors close. Allegedly, some footage was cut out of the original video when they made the video public. The timestamp in the bottom left corner is unreadable and obscured. Some have argued that the video was slowed down and that almost a minute of footage was removed. This may or may not have to do with the incident.
Several theories emerged to explain her actions. One was that Lam was trying to get the elevator car to move in order to escape from someone who was pursuing her. Others suggested that she might be under the influence of ecstasy or some other party drug, but none was detected in her body. When her bipolar disorder became known, the theory that she was having a psychotic episode also emerged. Other viewers argued that the video had been tampered with before being made public. Besides the obscuring of the timestamp, they claimed parts had been slowed down and nearly a minute of footage total had been removed.
A myriad of theories have been created over her disappearance. For instance, there's the theory that she committed suicide. Some suggest that Lam's mental state factored into her death, but police found no compelling evidence to suggest that she took her own life.
A second theory is that another guest at the hotel was the perpetrator. One of Lam's blog posts referenced a creeper at the Cecil Hotel before she was murdered. Because of this post and the Cecil's reputation, some speculate that a fellow guest was responsible for Lam's death.
A third theory is that someone was trying to imitate the 2005 film Dark Water. Lam's death is eerily similar to the 2005 horror movie Dark Water, and some believe this is no coincidence. Web sleuths across the internet have claimed that Lam could have died at the hands of someone trying to imitate the film.
Another theory is that Elisa was haunted by the hotel's dark past. Conspiracy theories that Lam was being tormented by an evil spirit in the elevator have made the rounds on the internet in the years following her death. In 2020, the show Ghost Adventurers visited the Cecil Hotel to retrace Lam's steps and explore the notion that she was influenced by supernatural forces.
And finally, there's the theory of the elevator game. Some claim the infamous elevator footage depicts Lamb playing the elevator game. To play the game, a person must enter an elevator in a building at least 10 stories high and press a series of buttons. According to internet legend, pressing the right buttons in the right order may open a gateway to a parallel dimension.
I feel like the elevator game one is, like, the elevator game is just, like, some fictional or urban legend.
No, I agree, yeah.
So I don't really know how plausible that one is. I think the most possible is the second theory about another guest at the hotel being the perpetrator, because it just makes the most sense that she would reference, like, a creeper at the hotel and trying to just avoid them. And it just works with the elevator video as well, because you can see she's, like, trying to hide and she keeps peeking out and stuff.
No, it definitely makes sense that it wasn't her. I don't understand how she could have committed suicide when, just from what I would think, a water tank, how would you be able to get into that on your own? That doesn't add up to me. Mm-hmm. And I also don't think that she was haunted either. I just don't really buy into that.
Yeah.
So for me, I kind of feel like the idea that someone was trying to imitate the film Dark Water really stands out to me, just because what is the probability that a movie made 8 years before the crime took place could be so eerily similar? Like, that's a lot.
I know, and it was like popular too. It was a popular movie.
So, and it says, in floating water, a mother and daughter named Dahlia and Cecilia, and I think it's really interesting that the daughter was named Cecilia, and this is the Cecil Hotel.
Oh. Yeah.
Find dark water leaking from their bedroom ceiling. They soon discovered that the apartment above theirs has flooded, and the family who used to live there disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Dahlia eventually finds the body of the little girl who once lived in the apartment above and discovers she's been abandoned by her parents and drowned after accidentally falling in the building's water tower.
Whoa. That's, like, really scary similar.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it at all. Oh. Others noted that Dark Water's trailer shows multiple scenes where the elevator buttons in the apartment complex appear to malfunction, similar to the viral footage of Lamb acting strangely in the hotel elevator that initially made her case worldwide news back in 2013.
Okay, so I almost now feel like it's someone's trying to imitate Dark Water, because it's like uncanny how similar it is.
I know. Oh my God. And now it goes deeper. It says that a tuberculosis outbreak plagued Los Angeles. I didn't know tuberculosis was still an issue, but it says the homeless community that lived around the Cecil Hotel was mainly the victims of this. The test that was creating, to test for tuberculosis was Lamb's name backwards. So it's Lamb Elisa. That's literally what it was called, Lamb Elisa. And it was an acronym that I don't even know what it stood for, but it was called Lamb Elisa.
God, that's, like, weird.
Conspiracy theories speculated that Lamb was used as some sort of biological weapon, especially considering she was a student at the University of British Columbia, which has a highly reputable tuberculosis research center. This theory has since been debunked, with the autopsy report showing Lamb did not exhibit any signs of tuberculosis. I mean, I feel like you need to remember, like, an autopsy report can be tampered with before it's released to the public. Like, that's why it says she died in February. It was released February 21st, but it didn't come out until June. Like, in those 3 months, things could have been taken out, or it could have been made to be very misleading to the public, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. And with, like, all the similarities, I feel like there's still some stuff that isn't, like, being released. I feel like there's more to go. Because the video, of course, the elevator video was, like, the timestamp was obscured, so it was sped up or, like, just tampered with. And it could be because of the safety of, like, other people who were in the videos, but really, I don't think so.
No.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so I feel like our general verdict is that our theories kind of merged together, because obviously it was another person trying to imitate this film, and I just feel so bad for her. That sucks. But also, that's absolutely disgusting that she was in the water tank and people were drinking. Oh my God, I can't. But
disgusting.
I know, but I mean, this is just sad, and I feel like My heart goes out to her family. I feel like just the way this has become such a, like, so popularized, her story, and not really looked at as the tragedy that it is. It's more looked at as, like, entertainment for just the general public. And I feel like you have to think about, like, this is a real person who died.
It's so scary. Like,
yeah, it's like so many documentaries have been made and people are like, oh my god, it's a ghost, but like that's a real person who lost their life. And so I feel like it's a lot of these obscure details are just being over dramatized and made out to seem like this is some fantasy story.
100%. Thank you for listening to the story of the case and our opinions on the matter. We encourage you to do more of your own research and come to your own conclusions just as we have. Please be sure to join us next episode for another horrific case. Bye.
Peace out!